Prosperous, arising everyone, every minute of every day, millions of dollars comes to us now, instantly, effortlessly, naturally now. I was just watching my buddy, Yusuf L, my brother, over there, High Frequency Radio, and he was explaining money. He was explaining money. And this brought me to do a video explaining to you guys how, well, first of all, why I'm building multiple businesses is to have all the freedom in the world and to be able to do what I want when I want while my money's making money. Now, how I'm doing it, this is what I'm going to explain in this video. And he said something in a video that triggered me. And it's like, yeah, it's that simple. So I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to explain. First, I'm going to play his intro because I think it's real dope.
Peace to the gods, Yusuf L here. I'm going to do a video review. Somebody sent me
All right, now I'm going to jump into it.
Because there's a creditor and debtor relationship.
Okay, so basically in life, you have two things. You have people that go in debt or consumers. Okay, debtors and consumers are the same thing. And you have people who produce what is consumed. Okay, you have people who produce what is consumed. So basically you have the givers and takers, the consumers and producers type of situation. Okay, this is all you need to know about life. This is all you need to know. Stop thinking about money. Okay, stop thinking about money. Money is merely what we use in these times to barter. Okay, money is what we use in these times to barter. The real money is your energy. Okay, the real money is your energy. Like, for example, I have, and I really counted it. I pretty much have 13 businesses. Okay, I have this YouTube business that I've been spending a lot of time on making videos for you guys. I have a university. I have 40 students in my university. Some students are in my group, and some students they pay me 1,000 to 3,000 to do one-on-one consultation with them, show them literally, they come out, they fly out to me, and I show them firsthand how everything is done. I take them to the tax accounting offices. I take them to lands. I take them through the whole process of buying land, buying property, doing their due diligence, and they pay me $1,000 or $3,000 for that. I have my short-term rental business that I rent my land and my cabins out. I have my long-term rental business that I rent houses out. I do the lottery and I consult people on how I win the lottery. I swing trade cryptocurrency and stocks. I'm developing tiny home communities. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do with probably half my properties, is just develop tiny home communities and sell the tiny homes, but keep it in an association where I receive association dues and fees. So we already broke ground with that, and we're building data, me and my business partner, um for that, and several other businesses. I don't think about money. I think about my energy. Whatever my energy is, that's going to produce the amount of money. Okay? That's going to produce the amount of money. And the amount of money I have is a reflection of my energy. Okay? It's a reflection of my energy. Okay? It's a reflection of the energy that I've built up, and then people pay me or circulate to me their energy in what they feel I'm worth. For example, you could charge $50 to put up a TV. I charge $200 minimum. Why would somebody pay me $200 and only pay you $50? Why would somebody, knowing they could call somebody and pay $50, knowing they could figure it out themselves, do it themselves? It's the same reason somebody would pay a shade tree mechanic to work on their car versus why somebody would go to the dealership and pay the dealership literally about 100 times more to work on their car. Okay? The difference is energy. That's the only difference. The shade tree mechanic, he could do the same thing and charge the same thing as the dealership, but he doesn't do it because his energy is low. His energy is vibrating on such a low vibration that he doesn't have the confidence to charge as much as a dealership. He doesn't have the he hasn't built up the value. He doesn't know his value and hasn't built up the value in himself to say, no, I'm not going to charge $100 to change your alternator. I'm going to charge $1,000 to change your alternator because I've been changing alternators for 20 years and I'm going to guarantee my work. I come to you, which is why I think mobile mechanics should charge more than dealerships. I'm going to come to you. You could sit in the comfort of your home or your job. I'm going to come to you and fix the vehicle. You don't have to drive the vehicle down to the dealership, wait there all AM, all afternoon. You could be in the comfort of your home, making your money or doing what you do, making love to your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend, nurturing your offsprings, doing what you do, or be at your doing your work while I work on your vehicle. Okay. I actually think mobile mechanics should be charging more than mechanics at a mechanic shop or a dealership. Just like detailing, when a detailer comes to your home, they charge you like $100, $50 or $100. Okay. When you go to a detail company, like 5-minute detail up here, it's like, you pay like $5, $10, $20. Okay. The difference is you driving up there versus them coming to you. Okay, same with the notary. No, mobile notary. A mobile notary charge you a $50, $100, $200 to come to you, versus you going to the bank and getting it for free. Okay, you have to pay extra for convenience. All right, your energy, your experience also plays a factor in this. Okay, so what SUCCESSFULL is gonna say, and I'll play the video right now.
But I'm going to get in and explain that. And one of the things that I often hear when I hear the people who are denigrating other processes, I listen to them closely, and inevitably it's
they're structured properly, but that's not how the legal system operates. It does not matter.
Wish I would have marked it.
The time to look at this video and see what this individual has to say about different processes and tell you whether or not.
Okay, I'm gonna just play it because I should have just marked it. When it gets to the point that I want to highlight, then I'll talk about it.
He's on point. I'm going to be fair. I'm not going in because I'm not like they are. They just kind of like hate shit and everything. But I'm going to look at it. If they say something correct, I'm going to say it. And if it's not, I'm going to tell you why it's not. And then I'm going to show you why. Okay? Let's get into it.
All right, let's finally squash all of this misinformation that keeps spreading like wildfire from all these pirates that are tricking all these people into paying for these programs, giving false information. All right, the first main thing I want to talk about is no contracts are valid. All right, yes, David Windmiller can prove in a court of law that grammatically there are no treaties or contracts that are structured properly, but that's not how the legal system operates. It does not matter what is truthful, right, or just. It only matters about what you can prove. So he could go into a courtroom if he was alive. And
now, what he said right there is absolutely true. in court. It's not about right or wrong. I have an attorney friend. He explained that to me. He said, "Come on, Joe." He said, in court, it's not about right or wrong. It's about what you can prove. And he said, we test you on two things: your resolve and your resources. So he is right on that point. It's about evidence and what you can substantiate from anything that you're doing. So he's right on that point.
Prove that there's no structured contracts properly. And furthermore, a lot of people think that because Federal Reserve notes were exchanged on a contract that there is no value. That is false, because that is backed by some.
Okay, what's interesting right here, I've never heard that. I've never heard people say that because a Federal Reserve note is exchanged on a contract, there isn't any value. I've never heard that. In this space, let me educate you. Okay, it's about money of account and money of exchange.
Okay, he's gonna go into the point now that I wanted to make you guys.
Gold and silver is the only thing that can satisfy a debt obligation. When you're using Federal Reserve notes, what you're really using is debt to offset other debt. Okay, it's debt paper that's being exchanged. The issue that people are having with the contracts is that there has to be offer acceptance and consideration. Now, me, myself, I don't get into those discussions about whether or not a contract is fraudulent or not, because fraud is one of the hardest things to prove, because you have to prove intent. What I get into is the portion of the contract that says, how do you satisfy it? And you can't find a contract on earth that says you have to use Federal Reserve notes to satisfy an obligation. Okay, that is what the...
Okay, this is the whole point. Federal Reserve notes, paper money, the money on your Visa card, debit card, and your bank account. These are all used to barter. Okay, it's no different than if we were using marbles, if we were using tree leaves, if we were using feathers. Okay, they say long time ago people used to use rocks, a special type of rock, and in some cultures right now they use wood. Yes, wood, regular wood. There's a tribe somewhere, they use wood. Okay, they take some type of special tree branch and they mark it, and I believe every time it's marked it represents something. I don't recall how it goes, but nevertheless, anything we use other than gold and silver is just to barter. Now, the special thing about gold and silver is gold is something you can use for gold and silver you can use for other reasons besides bartering. Okay, you can use it to make jewelry. You could use it actually as a something to heal your body. Okay, like people use gold fillings in their tooth, silver fillings in their tooth, and other body parts. It even goes as far as people turn gold into something you can drink. Okay, you can drink gold, and gold is used in cell phones, electronics. Gold and silver is used in all type of electronics. You have gold in your phone right now. People have been stealing catalytic converters because catalytic converters have a type of material in it that's pretty much equivalent to gold and silver. Okay, these are precious metals. So you can use these precious metals and materials, not just to barter. You can use them to, heal your body. You know, so many different things you could use gold and silver and precious metals for. That is why gold and silver is God's money. Everything else is a contract. When you exchange paper money, it's just a bartering contract. I give you this paper money as a contract that you are going to give me this good and services. Okay, whereas if you gave me a piece of gold, okay, I could give it to somebody else, or I could keep it and use it as jewelry, make jewelry out of it, or I could keep it and make gold fillings in my teeth, or I could figure out how to make it into a drink, or I could, you know, use it for a part in my cell phone or my devices. Whereas if you gave me a piece of paper, only thing I could use it for is to go barter it with somebody else, or use it for toilet paper, or make like a little, how we used to make those little airplanes with money, and we used to make paper rings when I was in junior high school. We used to make paper rings with money and boats and stuff like that. Like, it's just paper. It's just paper, and your debit card, credit card is just a plastic, and money in your bank account is just a number sitting there. Okay? So this is why um we say there's no money, because the money we're using is not is just a bartering system. Cryptocurrency just a bartering system. So don't focus on the money, focus on what you can buy with money. Now here's the problem. Here's what separates people like me from broke people and poor people: what we spend our money on, or rather, I would like to say, what we circulate our money on. I circulate my money in places that will multiply my money. I am commanded by the universe to be fruitful and multiply. It is a natural law. Okay, it is one of the 7 hermetic laws. We must be fruitful and multiply. If you're not multiplying, you are dying. You literally are dying. Okay, you're just a heathen out here just consuming if you're not multiplying. Okay, now it's not to say you can't have fun and do this and do that, but you're not to take the money that you earn and do that with. The money you earn, you're supposed to take that money and park it somewhere that's going to give you babies. Okay, and then with those babies, that's when with those baby monies, that's what you take. Okay, and you go, you know, do what you need to do. Go get your hair done, your nails done, go on vacation, whatever, go buy a new car, pay your pertinent bills and stuff like that. Okay, now say you're starting off in life 18, 19, 21 years old. You just got out of jail or prison. Obviously, the money you make at first, you need to get somewhere to live. You need to buy food. You need to get your hair done, nails done. You need to buy clothes, shoes on your back, all that type of stuff. You need to take a portion of that money. I don't care if it's $100. And now times, everybody should be at least earning at least $100 a shift or a week. Okay, if you cannot earn $100 or $500 a month, they say something is wrong with you. Okay, if you get $500 per month, you can easily buy land. Okay, land is nothing but $100 a month, $200 a month. Okay, and this is literally what I would do. Okay, I would earn my first $500. Okay, obviously go buy clothes, shoes, eat food, and stuff like that. I would take my first $100 and buy clothes for my back, buy food that would last me a month, and or I wouldn't necessarily spend the whole money right there on my food, but I would put money aside for my food for the month. Okay, you need to wash your clothes, detergent, all that type of stuff. I should be able to do that with $500 in 1 month. The next $500 I get in the next month, I need to take that money. I already have my clothes, my shoes, my cell phone. I already bought all of this stuff. The only thing I need to buy then is maybe transportation. Buy a bicycle, a scooter, um, all these things are fairly cheap. You can buy a gas scooter. I have a couple of them. One I paid $330 for. The other one I paid $325 for. Okay, you can buy a bicycle for $10 or $100. Some type of train, a horse you could buy for $150. Some a bus ticket. Okay, any mode of transportation. It shouldn't cost you more than $300, and the rest for food. Okay. The third month, okay, of starting your life or getting out of jail or prison, you should have clothes, you should have transportation, you should have all of these things. The only thing you need now is money for food, money for cell phone bill, stuff like that. Now, I'm not forgetting about in these 2-3 months, you need somewhere to live. I'm not forgetting about that. If you're 18 years old, you just got out of jail or prison, you should still be living with your guardian or mother and father. Even coming out of jail and prison, they put you in a halfway house. Okay, they put you in a halfway house where you work, save your money, but you have somewhere to live. Okay? Um Even if you just asked out, it is what it is. Go find you a little place that you can pretty much trespass on, or put a tent and live and rest. Okay, you do not want to be paying rent, you do not want to be paying a mortgage, anything like that within the first 3 months of you starting your life or starting your life over. This is why I always tell you guys, when I started my life over, I lived in my truck. Okay, I lived in my old pickup truck for years, actually, about 2 years, and I started my life over. Okay, it took me 2 years. What I'm telling you guys, it's not gonna take you 2 years. It's gonna take you 3 months. If all you make is $500 per month, okay? I'm giving you the minimum income, $500 in 1 month. If you cannot earn $500 in 1 month, I don't know what to tell you, but you have to figure out a way to make income. Now, I give you guys examples and show you guys how to learn a skill. I tell you guys, learn a skill, especially as a man. Learn a skill, learn carpentry, electrical, plumbing, air condition, learn how to cut grass, learn how to cut hair. Learn a skill. If you don't learn a skill, you will not make more than $500, $1,000, $2,000 per month. Okay, learning a skill, you will make 500, 1,000, $200 per day. Per day. Y'all call it day, I call it yay. Per yay. At maximum per month. Excuse me. Okay, at maximum per month. Excuse me. At minimum per month. Okay, you'll make 500 to $2,000. But when you learn a skill, you'll make 500, $2,000 per yay, per day. Okay, anyhow, we're using a $500 example. By the third month, all you need is about $200. I've even given you guys examples of how I eat. All I buy is fruits and vegetables. You really don't need to eat nothing else but fruits and vegetables. Okay. Nevertheless, your food budget should not be more than $200 per month. That's about $50 per week. Okay. $50. It should not be more than that. Your food budget should not be more than $8, $10 per day. Okay. No more than $200-300 a month on your food budget in now times. That leaves you with another $200-300. Your cell phone bill shouldn't be more than, there's many companies out here. You should not have a cell phone bill more than $50. Okay, a $50 phone bill is perfectly fine enough to do everything you need to do. That's enough speed, enough memory, enough everything with a $50 phone bill. Okay, and another $50 you might have for entertainment. So that still leaves you $100 to $200. I can show you guys how to take $100 to $200 and buy you an asset. Particularly, I would buy is land. I would buy a piece of land. Why? You need somewhere to live. You need somewhere to live. Okay? I would buy a piece of land by the third or fourth month of starting my life or starting my life over. Okay? I could show you guys how to properly, not just run out and buy something, but how to properly do your due diligence and buy you a piece of property. Yes, you can buy a piece of property for $100 to $300 down, or cash. But more realistically, $100 to $300 down, and your monthly payment will only be $100 to $300 per month. I can also show you guys how to put a cabin on that property, a legit house, okay, that you can live in, and you would only put down $100 to $300 on that house or cabin. Okay, so pretty much for about $500, $700, you can have a piece of land and a house already by the third, fourth month of starting your life or starting your life over. All right. Okay. Now, all of this is done with a particular mindset. If you don't have the mindset of this money is for this and this money is not for going out, buying dick pussy, going to the movies. This money is not for entertainment. This money is for me to start my life. If you have that mindset, then you do not need. Hang on one second, guys. Hang on one second. Somebody was bothering me out there. But you need to have a particular mindset, okay? Now, what SUCCESSFULL is about to explain is that money is not money. Money is contracts. The money we use is contracts, okay? Let me go into it.
Issue is that we're using over here. I don't know what you're using over there, but we're not arguing about value or anything like that. We're arguing about satisfying the obligation and what type of instrument you're going to use. Now, if you want to argue about whether or not Federal Reserve,
okay, what type of instrument you're going to use to satisfy an obligation. Okay, what type of instrument you are going to use to satisfy an obligation. This is all we're doing out here. Satisfying obligation. You have an obligation to pay your cell phone bill, put food in your stomach, put food in your offspring's stomach, to pay your rent, mortgage. You have an obligation to pay the guy to cut your grass. You have an obligation to maintain your automobile. If you have an automobile, put gas in it. These are obligations, and all you're doing is satisfying them. That's all you're doing. But you need to think about the future. You need to think about having time. That's the main thing, is you want to have time to spend with your family, with your legacy, which is your family. Okay? Do you want to spend 8 hours a day on a job working for somebody else while they're with their family? Or do you want to spend 8 hours a day with your family? This is what you need to think about. Do you want to pick your babies and grandbabies up from school and drop them to school? Do you want to have time to spend with your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and y'all not working so much that y'all don't see each other? You need to buy that time back. And the only way to do that is to have your money go out and work for you. Now, once you've bought your land, once you've put your cabin and you have somewhere to live and you have your own land, nobody can kick you off your land, you're going to put another cabin on there the next month or 2-3 months after that. And you're going to rent that cabin out, or you're going to rent out part of your land to other people that might be in the same situation. They're starting off in life or starting over in life. Okay? And now this is going to give you the residual income to be able to have time to now start a family. Now, you as a man, even you as a woman, could say, hey, I have this land. I have somewhere to live. We all need somebody. Do you want to be with me? Okay, come be with me. Let's have a family, let's make some offsprings, and you're not worried about how you're going to finance your family because you have people renting from you who are trying to start off their life. So they're going to come rent from you, and you're not going to charge them much. You might charge them $10 a night to camp out on your land, $20-$30 a night to sleep in your to rest in your cabin. Your cabin is only costing you maybe $100-$200 a month, okay? But you're charging $30 per night. That's $900 per month. That's $700 profit per month, okay? On top of if you're making at minimum $500 on a job or a business that you have, okay? On top of you growing your food, but that takes time. So you're going to have to give yourself 3, 4, 5 years to grow your trees, to grow your food. But every year, every season, you can grow food nevertheless. Okay. But that's a whole nother video about growing your food and all that type of stuff. But this is how you have to have the mindset that money is not money that you think it is. It's not for us to be using to entertain ourselves. Money is a contract. It's a vehicle that we use to satisfy our obligations and also to build a life that we can use the money we've worked for to make us more money so that we don't have to work for money, so we can spend that time with our family and our loved ones instead of spending that time working on somebody else's job. I'm telling you guys, within a year to 3 years, I can have you guys living the same lifestyle I have, where you have all the time in the world to spend with your husband, wife, and offsprings. Okay?
Reserve notes have any value, you can easily go to page 2 of Modern Money Mechanics, issued by the Federal Reserve of Chicago, Illinois, and it tells you very clearly that Federal Reserve notes have no intrinsic value, that the only value they have is because somebody else will accept them.
They have no intrinsic value. Gold has an intrinsic value. Gold you can use to put in your mouth, make gold fillings, gold and silver. You can use it as jewelry. We need it in our cell phones. Paper money has no real value. So get out of the mindset that it has value. You have to immediately transfer that paper money into something that has value. Pay your bills, buy your pertinent things you need, deodorant, food, clothes, shoes, and that's a whole nother video on how much you should spend on that. But buy the things you need and then take the rest of that paper money that has no intrinsic value and buy the things that will give you time, that will help you buy your time back.
They're worthless pieces of paper. They are. Let's continue.
Someone's promised to pay one day. It has full faith and credit. There is slight value to it. A lot of people want to claim that contracts are fraud when they start to get in default on some type of payments, but that's not how contracts work. Yes, our signatures created the asset on the books of the banks that they monetize, but when you started paying on that, you consummated that contract. When you took that promotional item home, you consummated that.
Yeah, like once again, I don't know where he's getting this from. I've been doing this 20 years, and the people I'm around, we're not fraud. A lot of people do bring up fraud, and fraud is one of the hardest things in law to prove because you got to prove intent. What we have is you have the banker's secret manual, and this guy's a CPA, and I actually have a video on YouTube where these CPAs explain to you how.
Anyhow, I think that was the point that I just wanted to make, was him telling you this paper money has no value. It has no value. Stop hoarding it in the bank. And I'm not saying to go take all your paper money in the bank and on your persons and all your plastic and go run them up and spend them and stuff like that tonight or tomorrow. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is be conscious of where you are putting this instrument that you have, that you use to barter. Okay, use it to barter and purchase your obligations, the things you need that you're obligated to purchase. Okay, clothes, shoes, toothpaste, deodorant, somewhere to live, okay? And then take another portion of that and use it to plant, to multiply itself, to now give you the time to spend with your family to build your legacy. Okay? I think the whole thing of it is mindset. People need a paradigm shift in their mind. You don't have to go to college to collect this debt note. You don't have to spend 4 years in college to become a millionaire. It's been proven. College and school and all of this stuff is wonderful, but this is not what helps you to accumulate a lot of debt notes or currencies or whatever you want to call it, fiat currency, whatever you want to call it. That's not what helps you to collect it. What helps you to collect it and keep it and maintain it is assets, parking it in assets and allowing it to multiply itself. Whatever you learn in school and college, that's to enhance your education, your personal education and mindset, and your personal ability to speak well and communicate well, and your personal ability to function better in life. But going to school and college have nothing to do with making money, earning money, multiplying money. It has nothing to do with it. It's your value. That's why you have people out here become doctors and they make $50,000 a year. Then you have another doctor make $5 million a year. You have people come out here and they finish college and they're homeless and they have a psychology degree or a bookkeeping degree or a CPA, their accounting degree, and they're homeless. Then you have somebody else that's a CPA, but they making millions of dollars. Because it's your energy that makes the money. Your energy. Okay? That's why you have let me see a common example. You might have somebody out here that's a rapper. You have these guys out here that are rappers and they can't make any money and they're wonderful rappers. Like I know some guys, they rap better than anybody you've ever heard. They make Tupac look stupid. I know a guy right now, this guy's an amazing rapper and he's homeless pretty much. But then you have guys like Jay-Z who are billionaires. Jay-Z did not become a billionaire because he's a rapper. Jay-Z became a billionaire because he started parking his money in assets, in businesses. Okay? So your education, your skill level, your talent has nothing to do with the money you make. You have people out here that write books, and the books, I know a guy right now, he wrote an amazing book. I know, a matter of fact, I know a gospel artist group right now. They're called Straight Company. Look up this gospel group called Straight Company. They sing with harmony, no instruments. They sing with harmony. They barely make any money. They've barely made any money. But then you have people out here that make millions of dollars writing books and singing. The difference is your energy, your mindset. People attracted to a certain energy and mindset. It has nothing to do with your education level. It has nothing to do with anything except your ability to communicate and your ability to I don't know the words. That's why I need a better education. But see, my education level is low, but I make a lot of money. So me within myself, I'm showing you guys education level has not, you know how many people are way more educated than me? Matter of fact, I have people that are way more educated than me that work for me, but I make more money than them. They work for me, but I make more money than them. Okay? Because Making money has nothing to do with your education level. Okay? I hope you guys get something from this. The money we use, take it out your mind that, it's to be used to do anything other than satisfy your immediate obligations and to multiply itself. However you want to use it to multiply itself, whether you use it to buy land, whether you use it to buy stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency, whether you use it to buy a lawnmower and go around cutting grass, whether you use it to buy a typewriter so you could write books, whatever you use the money for to multiply itself, that's your business, that's your prerogative. But you have to use the money to put it in something for it to multiply itself. Okay? After you satisfy your immediate obligation, it is not something that you use to make jewelry out of. Only gold, silver, stuff like that, you could use it to make jewelry out of and then turn around and sell the jewelry or whatever. All right? Love you guys. Hope this made sense to you. Get in my mastermind. It's $11 per class. $11. Okay? We not just talk about land. We talk about a lot of different things. $222 for a lifetime membership. $222. It's $770 to minimum $2,500 for me to do everything for you. You don't have to pay everything one time. You can pay it over 1 year. All right. Get in my mastermind, 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. I feel bad for you guys that get up every day, gotta catch the bus. I see people all the time. I stealth camp when I'm in the city in my truck. I see people all the time getting up, catching a bus, gotta leave their babies. Some of y'all leave y'all 5, 6, 7-year-old, 15-year-old babies at home while you get up and go clean houses, go clean hotels, go cook, go work at Burger King, McDonald's, go work at an office, and you don't have to. Not forever. The longest you need to do this is 6 months to 3 years. Is the longest, depending on, your lifestyle. If you're a person that has a minimalistic lifestyle like me, I'm telling you, within 6 months, you could be retired. 6 months. The first month, like I said, starting my life, I'll buy my clothes, shoes, buy a little $50 cell phone. I've had my cell phones for years, 2, 3 years. I keep a cell phone. One time I had a cell phone for like 4 or 5 years. Okay. And I would have had it longer had the battery lasted longer or the technology didn't become obsolete. But I keep my cell phones for a long time. Okay. And I do contracting work. I'm constantly breaking the screen on my cell phones. All right. I don't care. Long as the screen work, it work. All right. And how much does clothes cost? Let's get into that. You could buy clothes at the dollar store, bin store, Goodwill. You could buy clothes for $2, $3, $4, $5. Shoes, $5, $10. Only thing I wouldn't buy is my underwear and socks. I would buy my underwear and socks brand new. Okay. Like I say, this is dependent on your living situation. If you live with somebody, wonderful. If you live in a halfway house, wonderful. You can save your money. If you don't have that option, if you don't have a vehicle, it's 3 ways I find people to start their life or start their life over. They live in their automobile or vehicle. They live with somebody that allows them to save their money, or they live in some type of halfway house or facility like that. Okay. If you don't have those options, honestly, shit, I go find one of these abandoned houses. I go find somewhere in the woods and set up a tent. But I would not be paying rent. I would not be paying rent. Okay. Matter of fact, I would go buy a bicycle and get one of those bicycle campers. They have these bicycle campers now you can buy. And that would give you a transportation and a place to live. And I would ask somebody, hey, can I pay you $50 a month to just park in your backyard and live? You know, that's what I would do. Okay. That's what I would do. Okay. But I would not be paying rent, because that money that you're using to pay rent with, that's what's taking your wealth. That's what making you not able to go buy your land. That's what making you not able to go buy your cabin. That's what's making you not able to go buy an RV or a travel trailer, because you're throwing that money away in rent. That is the biggest wealth blocker. Okay? If your rent is $500 a month, that $500 is your down payment. The next $500 for the next month rent, that's money you can buy your cabin with. The next $500 is the money you can buy your seeds and infrastructure with, and materials to fix your house. The next $500, you can put that in some type of stock or cryptocurrency, or buy another cabin and rent that out. Okay? Within 1 year, you should be able, 12 months, you should be able to start a family. Start a family. And not even have to worry about where money's coming from, because you've completely set your life up. You have residual income coming in within 1 year. Okay, now if you're one of these type of people, you got to have a brand new car and make car payments. You got to have a $50 purse. You got to have a $50 pair of shoes or $500 pair of shoes. I wear $10 shoes. I wear $10 shoes. I have some shoes that I've paid $50 and $100 for, but you know, that's another story. But most of my shoes, I paid $10 for my shoes, $1 and $5 for my shirts. I got $50 cell phones. Okay. I drive, my trucks are 1992 to 2007. I have four trucks and a van. I have a dirt bike. I have an electric scooter. I have a motorized bicycle. Okay. I have many ways of transportation. I had a few horses, but they ran away. But you know, there's many ways of transportation. Okay. This is what I would do. I'm telling you. And the most important thing I would focus on is having some land, having somewhere to live. You have to have somewhere to live that nobody gonna kick you off. You're not worried about, is the landlord gonna sell a building and the rent's gonna go up. You're not landlord worried about if anything. You own your land, you own your property, or you're under contract that you're buying your land, you're buying your property. Nobody can kick you off. Okay? Anyhow, get in my mastermind, 754-229-0940. Love you guys. Peace. Dragon L Manifesto. You're Mexican, American, Jamaican, Amish, Irish, cowboy. Peace.